Imagine a life where you never face any challenges or temptations, where you can always act spontaneously and wisely. It sounds wonderful, right? But the reality is far from that. Life is complex and full of situations that will test our character and judgment. That's why the Stoics developed a philosophy that also serves as a practical guide for living. They created rules to help us navigate the difficulties of life and become the best version of ourselves. In this comprehensive guide, I will share with you 11 historical rules that I have adopted from the Stoic philosophers who lived more than 2,000 years ago. These rules have been useful to many people throughout history, and I hope they will be useful to you too. So stay with me until the end to learn all the rules and how to apply them to your life. Rule 1. Master your mornings. One of the most inspiring passages of Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is his self-reflection at the start of Book 5. It's hard to get out of bed in the morning, especially when you have a cozy and warm bed. But that's what Marcus Aurelius did every day. Even though he was the emperor of Rome and could do whatever he wanted, he chose to get up early and face his duties instead of indulging in luxury and pleasure. He knew that the morning was the most important part of the day, and that how he started it would determine how he lived it. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations about his struggle and motivation to get up early. You can follow his example and use these 3 actions to conquer your mornings. 1. Journaling. Write down your goals for the day and your reflections on the previous day. Note what you did well and what you need to improve. This helps you create a routine and a mindset for the day. It reminds you of what you have to do and how you have to behave. 2. Exercising. Engage in some form of physical activity to get your body moving. It doesn't have to be anything too intense, just a walk, a run, or a gym session that suits you. This wakes you up and clears your mind for the day ahead. 3. Working. After doing the first 2 actions, you are ready to focus on the task at hand. Start your work with a clear and energized mind. Rule 2. Focus on what you can control. The Stoics taught that we should concentrate on the things that are under our control and ignore the things that are not. This will make us more effective and less anxious. For example, in sports, you can control how you play, but you cannot control the outcome, the opponent, or the crowd. If you focus on your performance instead of the others, you will likely do better. Apply this principle to all situations in your life. Rule 3. Don't worry about imaginary problems. Many times we suffer more from our imagination than from reality. We create scenarios in our mind that cause us stress and fear, but most of them never happen. Seneca said that we are more frightened than hurt by uncertainty. Try to stay in the present and be calm. Chances are that the worst thing you imagine will not happen. Rule 4. Treat success and failure the same. Marcus Aurelius used a metaphor to illustrate this point. He said that all men are like a stone that he would throw in the air. The stone does not gain anything by going up or lose anything by going down. It remains the same stone. Likewise, whether you get a promotion or a layoff, you are still the same person. In fact, negative situations can teach us more than positive ones. Be grateful for everything that happens to you, good or bad, because you can learn from any situation. Rule 5. Do one thing every day. This rule has 2 meanings. The first one is for people who live without goals. It is important to have at least one goal to achieve every day, no matter how small. Living without goals makes a potentially extraordinary life mediocre. The second one is for people who have too many goals. Having big ambitions is good, but focus on taking one step at a time. Doing too many things at once can make you lose focus on what is really important. With this rule, I encourage you to accomplish at least one goal that you set for yourself every day. It can be something simple or something complex, but strive to achieve it. Rule 6. Don't look for shortcuts. When you want to achieve something, remember that there is no easy way to do it. In life, things that are worthwhile require effort and discipline. Think of anyone you admire and read their biography. You will see that they worked hard and faced challenges to achieve their success. In fact, that is the key to their success. Difficult paths build your character, make you learn from your mistakes, and motivate you to persist. The difference between those who achieve great goals and those who don't is their tolerance for effort and sacrifice. Anyone can choose the easy path, but that is why there are very few who always achieve what they want. Rule 7. Ask yourself if it is necessary. Before you do anything in life, take a moment to reflect on why you are doing it. Is it something valuable and worthwhile, or is it something dispensable and wasteful? You will realize how many things we do and want in our lives that are not really necessary. They only distract us from what is truly important. By asking yourself this question, you will be able to focus on the things that matter and avoid the things that don't. Rule 8. Love your destiny. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes things don't go our way. We may face misfortune, adversity, or failure. However, we should not let these events ruin our happiness or peace of mind. We should accept them as part of our destiny and see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Seneca was a great example of this attitude. He faced many hardships in his life, such as health problems, political exile, and even a forced suicide. Yet he chose to see them as a good thing and use them to his advantage. He said, "Fortune behaves as it pleases. We should do the same and embrace whatever life brings us." Rule 9. Talk to the dead. This rule may sound strange, but it has a deep meaning. It was inspired by an oracle that Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, consulted after losing all his wealth. The oracle told him that to live a good life he must talk to the dead. The oracle meant that he should read the books of the ancient philosophers who had died before him. Reading is an amazing tool that allows us to access the wisdom and knowledge of the past. We live in a world where we are always looking for the newest and latest things, but we should not forget the old and timeless wisdom that is written in books. We have the power to converse with the greatest minds of history who can guide us and help us in our lives. Many people in the world have a superpower that they don't use. They have access to ancient wisdom thanks to the internet, but they choose to ignore it. Rule 10. Be kind to others and strict with yourself. Stoics have clear principles about what is good and what is evil, but they also have compassion and tolerance for those who are misguided by ignorance. As Marcus Aurelius said, they have been corrupted by false beliefs. The key is to apply your standards to yourself, not to others. This doesn't mean that you let injustice or wickedness go unpunished, but you don't have to judge everyone who doesn't act as you wish. The best way to influence someone is to show them how to act, not to tell them. If you want to correct someone's behavior, do it by setting a good example. They may not notice it at first, but eventually they will follow your lead. Rule 11. Remember that you are dying. Every day. Seneca says that we make a big mistake when we think that we are waiting for death. Most of death is already gone. All the time that has passed belongs to death. We often think of death as something that happens to us at some point in life, a fixed event in the future. We don't realize how close it is depending on our age and health. Seneca thinks that this is a wrong way to think about death. It leads to many bad habits and a poor life. He says that death is a process that is happening right now. We're dying every day. As you read this, time is slipping away from you. That time, he says, belongs to death. Death is not far away. It is here and now. It is the ticking of the clock. It is the fading of the light. What should we do about it? The answer is live. Live while you can. Don't waste time on trivial things. Don't leave anything undone, and make the most of the time while it is still yours. Conclusion. Stoicism, much like life itself, isn't a straightforward journey. It demands substantial effort and unwavering discipline, but the rewards it offers are truly invaluable. By mastering your mornings, focusing on what you can control, not worrying about imaginary problems, treating success and failure the same, doing one thing every day, not looking for shortcuts, asking yourself if it is necessary, loving your destiny, talking to the dead, being kind to others and strict with yourself, and remembering that you are dying every day, you can navigate the complexities of life with greater wisdom and resilience. These 11 historical rules from the Stoic philosophers provide a comprehensive guide to personal development and inner peace. They encourage us to focus on what truly matters, to cultivate a strong and virtuous character, and to live each day with purpose and gratitude. By incorporating these teachings into our lives, we can find greater happiness and fulfillment, regardless of the external circumstances we face. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and other Stoic philosophers offer timeless wisdom on how to live a happy and meaningful life. Their insights remind us that true happiness and fulfillment come from within, and that living a life of virtue, self-awareness, and gratitude is the key to a meaningful existence. By reflecting on and applying these teachings, we can improve ourselves and navigate the complexities of life with greater wisdom and resilience. By following these Stoic rules, we can develop a mindset that helps us face challenges with grace and strength. We can learn to appreciate the present moment, embrace our destiny, and live our lives with purpose and authenticity. The Stoics remind us that life is not about avoiding difficulties, but about facing them with courage and wisdom. So, what do you think of these Stoic rules? Do you have any others to add? I would love to hear from you in the comments section below. Remember, Stoicism, much like life itself, isn't a straightforward journey. It demands substantial effort and unwavering discipline. However, the rewards it offers are truly invaluable. Until next time, feel free to watch one of these videos on your screen now and continue your journey of self-improvement and wisdom.